my trash bag here and now I'm ready to go. I'm gonna start dumping everything in it.
We are back at it today, decluttering my entire house. Today we have a bunch of random areas that we're tackling, and I'm excited to introduce our newest members of the family. So stay tuned for that, and thank you to Easy Plant for so kindly sponsoring a portion of today's video.
So we are starting off today in my bedroom. I have new plant babies that I'm so excited about, and I want to be able to put one in our bedroom. So I need to clear off our dresser, which is currently covered in all kinds of stuff. So I think we're going to declutter a couple random areas in my bedroom, and then we'll move on to other areas in the house. I also need to declutter both of my kids' wardrobes, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get that done in today's video. I guess we'll see where filming takes me. I want to put the snake plant in here. I think it would add some color. This room is it honestly almost feels black and white to me. It just is lacking color. It needs something to spruce up the space. So I'm really excited to add our snake plant in here. I have so many things I want to declutter. I just don't know if I have enough time. So let's get it done together and see how much I'm able to get rid of today. And I just want to give a disclaimer here. Yes, I'm throwing away a lot of things in today's video, and that's kind of the theme here on my channel lately, but that doesn't mean that they're going into the trash. It just means that I'm getting them out of my house, but it's kind of dramatic for the thumbnail to show the trash bag, so I usually just kind of combine everything and then I sort through after and figure out what I can donate and what I can recycle. So just because you're seeing me fill a trash bag with stuff doesn't mean it's just getting dumped in a landfill. That would definitely not be on brand. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, then you know that I'm big on recycling, and I always have been since the beginning of my channel.
So the first thing I'm doing here is just clearing off the dresser. Like I said, there was all kinds of stuff on it, mostly just my husband's socks, honestly. I don't know why he does this, but he throws them all on top of the dresser. So I'm sorting the socks and putting them away where they belong, and then seeing if there's anything on the dresser that we can say goodbye to and throw into the trash bag.
This is the first victim of decluttering today, is this essential oil diffuser. We just don't use it in here, and it's been in here for a really long time. It's not even plugged in. It's just kind of here, and I just feel like there's no point in keeping something that we never use. As much as I love my essential oils, if you haven't figured it out yet, our newest members of the family are plants. I've never had living plants before, only artificial ones, because I simply don't trust myself to keep them alive, which is why I am so excited to share Easy Plant. But first, let's just declutter this fake one because we don't need it anymore. We have real plants now. I am so excited right now. Do you guys see how beautiful this stand is that this plant comes with? And it's already adding so much color to our room and some life. It's amazing. And then this is our new snake plant from Easy Plant. Isn't this just like the most beautiful pot that this comes in? And this is the water reservoir right here. So you just open that up and fill it up to the top, and you only need to do that once a month, and then this plant takes care of itself. So I'm gonna put this on the stand right here. Do you see how beautiful this is? It's just so nice to have something living in our room, and this green and this like beautiful planter that it comes in, and I'm just absolutely obsessed. I think this looks so nice in here, and it's going to add so much life to our room. I actually just watered this yesterday when it came in, and I had it kind of temporarily out in the other room. But you can tell by looking at it that the soil is nice and damp, and this is full of water. This is the water reservoir. Like I said, you open that up, you fill it up to the top, and then you should only have to do that once a month, and it will water your plant for you. But obviously you want to like keep watch on the dirt just to make sure it doesn't start to look dry.
I have a self-proclaimed black thumb when it comes to plants. I can't for the life of me keep them alive, so I've just been buying artificial ones for years. But when I learned about Easy Plant, I was like, okay, wait a second, I only need to water these once a month. The website very simply lays out for you pet friendly or low light friendly options.
So this is something even I could handle. And I loved how my plants arrived all bundled up. There was like insulation in the box, so they were cozy and protected, heat packs to keep them warm, and an information packet on how to care for each plant. Easy Plant has thought of everything so that you don't have to, and I so appreciate that as someone who really had no faith in themselves to keep a plant alive. I actually have a link down below in my description box that will save you 10% off your entire order on easyplant.com. So be sure to take advantage of that offer and let me know what plant babies you are welcoming into your home. Got my trash bag here and now I'm ready to go. I'm gonna start dumping everything in it. First of all, we have our plant here that we no longer need, and then we have got this essential oil diffuser. And I think the next area I'm going to work on is my nightstand. I feel like there's a couple of things in there that I don't need anymore, so I'm going to go through that. My nightstand is an area of my home that I just never go through. I stuff random things in here and forget about them. I keep a lot of like just in case items in here, and they've been in here for years now, untouched. So this just needed to be done for sure. It's just unnecessary clutter at this point. I feel like it's called like the 20 rule or something like that. I could be completely wrong on this number, but this is just kind of what makes sense to me in my head. I have heard that if you can replace something in under 20 minutes for under $20, then there's no point in keeping it in your home. And I've been trying to keep that in mind when I am decluttering spaces, because that keeps me from holding on to things that I'm holding on to just in case that really aren't actually serving me and my life and I haven't touched in years. So I've been trying to remember that when I'm doing my decluttering, and if that's helpful for you, I figured I would share that. The next area that we're going to declutter is my medicine cabinet in the bathroom. This is the hub for like all things hair care, skin care, makeup, and stuff for me. And it's definitely accumulated a little bit too much. So I'm going through it and picking out things that I am never using or have long expired or I had a bad reaction to, or I simply just don't like it, and I'm going to just get rid of those things, get them out of my life. I honestly didn't even realize how badly I needed to do this until I did it, and I went to grab something out of my medicine cabinet like later on in the night, and I was like, wow, this is so nice. I can actually see everything I have. I'm actually using all of these things that I have in here, and I don't have things falling out at me when I'm trying to grab something. And I actually took a picture of my medicine cabinet when I was all done doing this so that I can refer back to it in like a month or two. And if I have products that literally have not moved and I have not touched them in that much time, then I'm going to say goodbye to those ones as well. So here we have the things I'm getting rid of. We have dry shampoo. I never ever use dry shampoo. I find that it always makes my hair just feel greasier, so what is the point? We have a Maybelline lipstick that I don't think I've really ever used, maybe more than once, so that's gonna go. We have an e.l.f. setting powder. I have a new setting powder that I prefer, so we're gonna get rid of this one. This is an unused Grande Lash MD. I've heard some pretty scary things about this stuff, so I think I'm gonna pass on using this because I don't wanna go blind. We have the Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. This stuff made my lips feel horrible. It gave me some kind of an allergic reaction, so I'm never gonna use this. We have one of these little face rollers. I have a different one of these that I was gifted, so I'm gonna keep that one. We have two face masks. I feel like these just don't really work well for my skin type, so I'm never gonna use them and they need to go. We have a Laura Mercier foundation that is not the correct color for my skin tone at all. We have a Rhode Peptide glazing fluid, and I never ever reach for this. It's just taking up space in my cabinet for no reason, and I'm kind of afraid to use it because of the reaction that my lips had, so this is gonna go. We have a empty nude fresh armpits. I think this is not technically a deodorant. I really don't even know how to describe what this is, but it's gone, so I'm gonna get rid of that. This unicorn fruit body butter I've had from Truly since I think 2020, and it says on here that you should only use this for like between 6 and 12 months. Yeah, 6 months. So this does not smell good anymore, so that needs to go. We have 2 empty essential oils. We have some more skincare that I'm not using. This is an empty Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. It's just an empty package. And we have another moisturizer that I just don't reach for. And this bag is already getting pretty heavy. So I just want to throw this out there while we're in here. This toothbrush is everything if you have a small home, because look at it. It's just inside my mirror like that. And then I can close my mirror and it's like it was never even there. So this is a Quip toothbrush, and I recently got this. You can actually unstick it and restick it on like any surface. So for me, the perfect place for it is inside of this mirror, but I just thought that was so cool, and I'll try to remember to link it down below. This little space in my bathroom has been driving me crazy because it's just hard to find things. It's kind of like a little black hole in the bathroom where we shove all of the kids like toothbrushing related stuff. There was just too much in there. I wanted to simplify it, so I took every single thing out. I cleaned out the space and I only put back the things that we absolutely need so that going forward it doesn't look quite as bad. And it'll make our bedtime routine a little bit easier when we can actually see and grab all the things that we need when we're just quickly trying to brush the kids' teeth before bed. I have done a couple of declutters and organizing videos in this closet. This is our one and only linen closet. We use it for everything. We use it for everything bathroom related, extra products. We use it for our medicines, which we keep closer to the top away from the kids. And I didn't feel like this warranted an entire like removal of every single thing in the closet to go through it, because it has stayed generally pretty organized since the last time I have done this closet. But I did want to go through it again and just kind of get things back in order. So I'm going through all the medicines right now. I'm trying to find anything that is expired and properly dispose of those things. Yes, I do get rid of expired medication. I know this is kind of like a hot topic, and you can do whatever you want with your medications, but I choose to get rid of the expired ones for my family. But now I'm also going through the rest of the things that are on this door organizer here and just putting everything back where it belongs, cleaning it up, sorting through it, finding anything we can get rid of, and I ended up getting rid of quite a bit. I have a whole video on how I organized this closet. I actually have 2 because I believe I've done it maybe 2 or 3 separate times, but the most recent organization has worked out so well for us. So I'll try to remember to link that in the cards right here if you've never seen that video before. But we live in a very small home, and like I said, this is like our literally like our only closet. We have a coat closet, we have this closet, and then we just have our bedroom ones, which are all like standard size. So we need to be able to store a lot in here. I had to be pretty creative to come up with a storage solution that works for us to keep all the things that we need in there. And if you've never been on my channel before, I have a ton of videos all about small space organizing. So I would love for you to subscribe and check out some of my older videos if you need some ideas for how to organize a small space. As much as I loved these little DIY containers I made using Dollar Tree containers, we just were not using them, and they were taking up space that we could use for other things. So I did decide to go ahead and declutter those. And then while I was in this closet, I noticed how disgusting it was. There was like so much cat fur and dust, which it's not like the cats go in this closet. So I don't know how it gets there, but I wanted to quickly clean that up as well. It is crazy the dust you notice when you get down on its level. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like this right here, that's all dust. And like all in this hinge right here. So I'm gonna clean that off. Moving on to my next decluttering project, we are working on my oldest son's wardrobe. I have not folded my kids' laundry in a really long time, which probably sounds horrible when I just say it like that, but I've just been tossing all of their clothes into their drawers unfolded, and it's been perfectly fine for us. But I wanted to go through everything. So while I was going through all the shirts, I was folding them up properly so I could put them away the nice way, which is good every once in a while. But I just simply don't have the time in my life to dedicate to perfecting my folding and the way I put away my kids' clothes. So anyway, that was kind of a long tangent, but if you needed permission to take something off your plate, this is one of those things that will make your life easier, will save you some time, and nobody is going to be bothered by the fact that the clothes is just thrown into the drawers. I chose to do this on a day where most of my son's clothes were in the wash, because that meant that all the other things that were left behind in the drawers were likely things that he's really never wearing. And also it was just easier to go through the rest of them. So his t-shirts, he is not wearing often right now because it is so cold outside. So I didn't get rid of a lot of those. I did get rid of a couple, but this was great because now I know how many t-shirts he has for when the warmer weather comes, and I'm not going to be buying any because he has plenty. And now I'm going through his pajamas as well. There were a ton of these that were just so ripped, like you could see those Santa ones. So I am going to go ahead and throw those ones away. But then I did donate what I was able to, or save a few for our youngest son, who is 2, because he will eventually be in that size pajama. I ended up decluttering quite a bit of pairs of shorts. I tend to go through my kids' clothing like every single season, sometimes multiple times a season, and somehow I missed a couple of like 5T pairs of shorts that definitely have not fit him for a long time. My son is very tall, so he has long grown out of 5T. So I went through this, got rid of, again, anything that he no longer fits in, threw away whatever was trash, donated whatever I could, and then some of this I saved for our youngest. And here we have our 2 trash bags full of stuff. This one has all kinds of random things that I needed to sort through. And then in the other one, we have just clothes. So those could be easily dropped off at the donation center. And I'm proud of myself because this is the next day after filming when I'm doing these voiceovers, and I already donated everything. So I don't have anything laying around my house that I don't need. But now, just kind of as a random little thing I was doing that day, I decided to update our command center calendar. I was filming this on January 31st, so I wanted to erase the calendar and put up our February. And if you're wondering what the paper calendar is that I'm referring to when I'm writing down all the dates and everything, that's actually my son's school lunch calendar that they send home. So I know what they're serving for school lunch every day. He is very, very picky, so it's rare that he actually eats anything that they serve, but I like to keep it right there so I can refer to it, and I will put a check mark on the main acrylic calendar that I'm filling out here on the days that he will eat the lunches that they're serving. I need to go pick up Carson from school right now, and I feel so bad because I have to wake up Sutton every single time that we go to pick him up from school. He's been napping so good lately, but then I have to wake him up and immediately throw him in the car, and it's really hard there's just no other time frame in the day that he could take his naps either. So unfortunately, every single day I have to wake him up when he's so cozy. Anyway, I have 2 bags full of things that I'm decluttering today. I'm so excited about that, but I have my work cut out for me tonight when I have to sort through everything and figure out what is going where. But I don't know if there's anything else I'm going to get to decluttering today, but I may do some cleaning motivation when we get back from picking up Carson, because Sutton's room is a mess. So if you need any motivation to clean today, then just stay tuned because we're gonna do that next.
Now we are on to some cleaning motivation, but of course there were some things that I was decluttering in his room along the way. So any trash that I found, obviously, anything random that I know we're no longer using, I went ahead and decluttered. I do need to do a further declutter in his room, and you guys will see why in a little bit. But I ended up kind of accumulating some things while I was filming this video, and now his dresser and his closet organization system definitely need to be gone through to make some space for the new things that I found that need to be stored in his room. Trying to film with both of my kids around is always an adventure. It's gotten easier now that Sutton is a little bit bigger, but he still likes to run into the tripod and try to knock over my camera. So if you see anything funky going on, like my camera shaking or anything like that, just know that it's because of him, and he's very cute. And I tell him every single day that he's lucky he's cute because he's so naughty. I recently had to toss Sutton's crib sheet because it was stained just beyond repair. It was so bad, and I purchased him this muslin one off of Amazon. It was pretty affordable, and I'm in love with it. It's so soft. I think he sleeps great on this material, so I'll try to remember to link that in my description. And if you are like looking for it and it's not there, just let me know and I will add it. But now I'm quickly getting his laundry together, and this is kind of where things started to escalate, and I realized that I'm definitely going to need to declutter his room. I had a laundry basket sitting in his room for, I want to say it's been several weeks, if not over a month, and it was full of clothes that were no longer his size that I needed to bring down into the basement and sort into bins, but I just never got around to doing it. So on this day, I was like, you know what, it's time. I need to get this bin out of here. His room is looking too cluttered with it. It's too small to have this big laundry basket. Plus, we need that laundry basket for like our clothes that are clean and transporting up and down from the basement. So I decided today was the day. I took it downstairs, and that is when I found a bin absolutely full of 2T and 3T boys' clothes left over from when my oldest was a baby that I completely forgot existed. I was so excited to find all of those clothes. You guys will see it like much later on in the video when I go down into the basement. But I was very happy to find them so that I could reuse them and give all of Carson's clothing a second life. And also now I don't need to go out and purchase anything for Sutton for the rest of the winter or for the summer. He has got plenty of stuff. But that is just further proof how important it is to declutter and organize, because you guys will see our basement is a disaster, and that is our big decluttering project that we're planning on doing as soon as we find the time to film it together. And it needs to be done so badly so that things like this don't happen, because I'm really sad that some of the clothes that were in the bin are now too small for Sutton and I didn't get to reuse them, and I had to go out and buy him some clothes thinking that we didn't have that size when we actually did. So when you have too much stuff, you're going to lose things in the shuffle. They're going to end up being wasted. And in this case, there were definitely some things in that bin that went to waste.
I was planning to vacuum the chair as well, but my vacuum ended up dying, so I had to go plug that in. And then I was working on this light in Sutton's room. It was very dusty, but it was also very loose, and I honestly think it's just broken. It's never been the sturdiest lamp since the day that I bought it. I did get it from Target, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's just broken. It's very, very wobbly. And now I'm going to dust these shelves because, as you can see, there was quite a thick layer of dust. This is our very, very cluttered basement, and on this side of the basement, it's mostly just clothes that we're storing, and then up on the top, there's some things that are not clothing that I need to go through. But this is only one half of our basement. We also have like 2 or 3 other storage shelves on the other side. So you can see here why this needs to be decluttered so badly. It's really hard to find anything. Right here, I was just trying to find a bin that would fit the older clothes of Sutton's that no longer fits him, but that is when I found this bin right here, which was full of Carson's old clothes. I started to go through the bin and realized that they were all Sutton's current size, minus a few things that had been snuck in there that were now too small. But I was so excited to find these. I really, it took me straight down memory lane. As soon as I started picking up these outfits, I was like, how did I forget that we had these? And I immediately wanted to throw them in the wash so that we could start using them. But there's everything from 2T to 3T in here. There's stuff for the winter, there's stuff for the summer, there's stuff for the spring, the fall. There's so much clothes in here, so Sutton should be set for a long time, and I'm so happy that I saved all of this. But again, when you have too much stuff, things like this will get lost in the shuffle. So I had really good intentions by saving it all, and then I ended up just having too many other things in the way. They got lost in here, and luckily I found them. But if I didn't, and I found these way after Sutton had grown out of them, I would have been so mad at myself. So this was definitely like the kick in the butt that I need to get our basement decluttered. But that is the end of this week's video. I hope this gave you so much motivation to clean, declutter, and organize in your own space. Don't forget to check out EasyPlan and take advantage of that 10% off your entire order on their website. I will have that link in the information in my description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you who click on my videos and watch, and especially those of you who make it all the way to the end. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope I will see you again next week for another video.